Today for my speech, I have my wife Holly as my audience. Today I'm going to talk about childhood obesity. It's something that I feel is it's a real epidemic right now. With some of the stuff I've been reading, it actually does prove that to be the case. It's something that we're seeing more and more often, even without looking into information, reading about it. You can just definitely tell that there's an increase in it. Something that's going to start out in childhood. You form habits, you form eating patterns, you form activity or lack there of doing activities, and that's going to carry on into your adult life, which is going to give you a lifelong problem with different diseases. And one of the sources I got was the Harvard School of Public Health, and it says that childhood obesity has been called one of the most serious public health challenges in the 21st century. It can harm nearly every system in a child's body. That's what I was just saying a minute ago. That it's gonna have more effects on your body. Your body's not gonna be functioning properly. It has effects on the heart and lungs, muscles and bones, kidneys, and the digestive tract, as well as the hormones that control blood sugar and puberty. With blood sugar, that's leading to diabetes. And you see a lot of these kids these days that seem to go through puberty a lot quicker than they used to. It seems to be attested to some of the foods that we're eating and things of that nature. And also, being obese at any age is going to take a toll on you emotionally, not just physically. Something else from the Harvard School of Public Health is that it says that globally, an estimated 43 million preschool children under the age of 5 are overweight or obese, and that was in 2010. That's nearly 60 million children. Of course, the obesity rates are higher in adults than in children, but that goes hand in hand with the fact that it's going to carry on later in life. The U.S., Brazil, and China are some of the countries that have more of a problem with it. From the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, childhood obesity has more than doubled in children and tripled in adolescents in the past 30 years. The percentage of children aged 6 to 11 years in the United States who were obese increased from 7% in 1980 to nearly 18% in 2010. In 2010, more than 1/3 of children and adolescents were overweight or obese. And that has to go a lot with what we're eating. We have genetically modified crops now. We're starting to have more research in regards to gluten and how it affects not only weight but behavioral. Food dyes that are actually they're not good for you. Some are even carcinogenic, and they also have behavioral side effects that they have studies on to prove that. And I know growing up, when I was young, we were outside all the time, riding bikes, playing basketball, playing football. And nowadays you have a lot of kids playing video games and on the internet, social media, glued to their devices. You go anywhere, you go to a restaurant or a doctor's office, or anywhere you have kids on parents' iPads that's playing games. It's not the way it used to be when I was growing up. And for anybody watching this, the same thing is that when we were younger, we were more active. Now we have so much electronics and so much technology that it's consuming us and making us a very lazy world, especially in the United States, big on electronics and technology, so it's making us even more so. Like earlier, I was saying that obese youth are more likely to have risk factors for cardiovascular disease, such as high cholesterol or high blood pressure. And adolescents are also more likely to have prediabetes. It's a condition in which blood glucose levels indicate a high risk for development of diabetes. We're talking about young kids. It's not even adults. As a young kid, you should be fit. I know that some people are predisposed to having, they're a little bit bigger, and that's understandable, but it definitely plays a big factor in regards to what we're eating and the lack of activity. I mean, we're very, we got to have it now with everything, especially food. I know you're out with the family, you're out running errands, and you see a fast food place, you think, okay, I'm gonna get some food right quick, but what you're eating is not healthy for you, and we're being lazy and not taking the time to actually to go home and cook the food ourselves, and that's going to show our children, because again, kids form these habits and as they get older, and it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. That's why we have things, like the NFL Play 60. I mean, there are things trying to get kids active, but it's definitely a problem. The prevention, healthy lifestyle habits, including eating healthy, physical activity can lower the risk of becoming obese and developing related diseases. And the dietary and the physical activity behaviors of children are definitely influenced, like I was saying, by society. That includes families, communities, schools, child care, medical care providers, faith-based institutions, government agencies, the media, and the food and beverage industries and entertainment industries. If it's made to look cool, people tend to gravitate towards it and do that. Schools play a particularly critical role by establishing a safe and supportive environment with policies and practices that support healthy behavior. Schools also provide opportunities for students to learn about and practice healthy eating and physical activity behaviors. That all comes from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And with this, I just hopefully can shed some light on the fact that we definitely need to focus on what we're putting in our bodies and what we're doing with our bodies. We need to set good examples for the youth. We need to set standards that we need to eat healthy. I mean, there's no reason that we should give our body secondary. What you put in your body is what you're going to get out, and we just need to work as a society just to not be lazy, and work towards being healthy and taking care of ourselves. Thank you.